got so now. You have so now. I know you have so now. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. My bad. Just one button. You know, one button can. So let me restart and said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. We want to take special time this morning and give thanks and praise to the Lord Jesus Christ for journeying mercies, for security, for guidance and protection, which He has been doing for us over the last 50 odd years. And we just want to thank Him for coverage, for covering us under His blood. As you all know, that we went on this tour of the Caribbean. And for those of you, some people got it right. We were in Trinidad for the last two shows. Yes, we were in Trinidad. So we went to Barbados. We were in Barbados Thursday and Friday. Went over to Grenada Friday. And then we came back into Trinidad. Spent about 2 days in Trinidad. And then we leave yesterday morning. And we are now back on the island of Jamaica. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to the people over there in Grenada. We want to thank Minister Tevin Andrews and Minister Andy Williams, yeah, man, for extending some warm courtesies to us. Minister Tevin Williams ensured that we got VIP treatment at the airport, at the Morris Bishop Airport over there in Grenada. We got VIP treatment on our arrival in Grenada. And of course, Sunday morning, Minister Williams took us to breakfast, took us around for a half day we spent with him, just chatting up and taking us around and making sure we have some connection. I want to say morning to Mr. Lane. Yeah, Mr. Lane, one of my lawyer brethren who we link up as well. Very good link up and very good tour. And make sure that you stay tuned to Portland Spice TV and Shaka Fame at TikTok, because gradually we will be releasing the footage. We haven't released 1/8 of what we have done on the Caribbean tour thus far. So, we want to say thanks to the hotel staff at Dover Hotel, Dover in Barbados, uh, Blue Bay Beach Resort in Grenada, and Runway Hotel in Trinidad. We want to thank the staff. They were very courteous. Huh? I don't know if you remember the tax. Well, we didn't take any taxi in Grenada. Kelvin was in what? Trinidad? What the virgin yesterday morning name? But the virgin yesterday morning, yeah, drive a vehicle like when me drive in Jamaica. And in Grenada, we got picked up at the airport. As we said, we got VIP treatment. And that was the government chauffeur who took us straight to the hotel. And we navigate ourselves, our way around ourselves in Grenada. And in Trinidad, we had drivers. So, yeah. Yeah, man, it was good. Very, very good. Larry. Yesterday morning was Larry. Big up yourself. And then short man. we short man name again? Peter. And he said, yeah, yeah. So we really enjoyed ourselves. I mean, big up the people them know Abu Seju. That's in Grenada. So it is the producer's first time going to all those islands. I've visited all of them before, but here's the difference. Normally when I got them place there, I go Barbados maybe about 10 times. I visited Barbados the most as a Caribbean of the Caribbean island. But me never really go places, go sightseeing. Because normally when I travel to the Caribbean, it's for work. Travel with artists. We fly in Saturday, show Sunday, out Monday, or we in the Friday, show Saturday, out Sunday. So never really get to move around because I've been to Grenada once before. But this time, I felt like I was in Portland. So if you are from Portland, if you know Portland, you know Port Antonio, then that's Grenada. That's really Grenada. Same way like how we have the hills and the valleys and some plain and the town upon the waterfront. In fact, there are places in Grenada where the sea look level with the parking lot. Well, it wasn't level, it was about a foot down below the parking lot. But yeah, man. Yeah. The corn lady now over a boss says you there. The corn lady. Oh, we met a brethren who said that him and Ian Goodison used to play football at England. Tranmere Rovers, I think that's the team in the UK that they played for, you know. Yeah, they play for Harborview. But me I telling you, say, I love Grenada. Oh, the fish market. No, this is the one. The fish market is something to behold, people. It's the cleanest fish market me ever go in. Yeah, maybe about 10. Some fly night, just for sure you say the meat good, the fish them good. But the place clean, it not smelly. I mean, yo, me have to big up the minister about the fish market. So here's the next thing now. We search for all our jerk vendor them. We search for all the jerk vendors in Grenada. I have a big up Deuces. Deuce have the better jerk. I said it because but here the problem what catch me with Deuce jerk. Deuce give me the jerk in the sauce. I wanted to taste the jerk when it come off of the fire. Cause I saw me eat jerk chicken. Me not put ketchup or nothing pan jerk chicken. People in my Portland when know me, know so when me come buy jerk, them just chop it up and give me. And me eat it because your jerk supposed to be seasoned to the bone and be good, Yeah, man. So we search for all of the jerk vendors them. Sir. Mr. Lonesome mention you. So follow you. So following you from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. All right, Queen. Thanks. Welcome. Big up, Lonesome. Lonesome, I'm a general man. I'm gonna give me all a year time, I want to big them up. I want to say morning to my brethren, Conrad O'Brien. So, for those of you, Conrad O'Brien new channel is Straight Up with Conrad O'Brien. Give him a subscription, please, and thanks. Check him out. Brother, big brother. So that I'm going to see. It's today I see a big brother or little more or tomorrow. My big brother said I'm on him way to Jamaica. Did you have any of the aisle dung? That is the problem. We couldn't find no aisle dung. Every time them tell me about aisle dung, and we couldn't find no aisle dung. None of the menu them either upon the street food or in the restaurant. No have no aisle dung. No, Wednesday nights, they have a big thing over there in Grenada, Street food. Yeah. Remember me tell you. But the trip between Trinidad and Grenada is quick. Between Barbados and Grenada is quick. The islands, the trip them quick. You can 40 minutes flight. Yeah. But we want to big up everybody and give thanks for all of you who stick and stayed with us, follow us around via the World Wide Web. We want big up. So this morning show. Go ahead, Madam Producer. What's that? Oh, the senator's funeral was a trouble I make, a trouble I make this morning. So there a former senator died in Grenada. 27 years old. He was the senator for the opposition party when they were in government, or he was an opposition senator, but he was on that side. When the ruling administration came in power, he lost his job. I don't think they had reappointed him as senator. But, you know, he went on hard times. And the ruling party saw it fit to give him back his job because he was a custom officer. And they gave him back his job and he died shortly after. He got an official funeral. It was a state funeral? Well, it was an official funeral. That was, yeah. But why the producer want me to remind you about that is that here in Portland, a sitting member of parliament was murdered and he was not even given an official funeral. In my opinion, Linville Bloomfield, former member of parliament for East Portland, should have been given an official funeral because when D.K. Duncan died, a former minister of government, D.K. died and D.K. got an official funeral. And we're still asking the government why Dr. Linville Bloomfield wasn't given an official funeral at a minimum. You know? So when we watched that funeral, it brought us back to this with Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Very, very sad. Grenada national dish is Isledong, a favorite one pot stew made from breadfruit, salted meat like pig's tail, callaloo, leafy greens, dumpling, and other vegetable, all cooked in one. So, Yvette, we call that one can of Jamaica, you know. We cook that at Jamaica. We call that one can. You get the coconut, boil it down with dumpling, everything you want to put in there, you put in there. And we call it one can or one can. What else we used to call it? We used to call it Musa. Musa. Yeah. But we couldn't find it nowhere. We never get none in a Grenada. Never get a taste of the Isledong. Pasta, pizza, sandwiches, wrap, chicken and chips. That's what you get. It don't look like they do a lot of rice. Yeah. Wall Street was always up. Got a chance to play some music at a place called The Junction. But the land was empty because really what they had was a live band, Saturday night live band. And the live band start at 10 o'clock. So them say, yo, come spin 2 tune, man. So me go in there, but while we were there, maybe about 3 people came. You know? Because it was early. So, yeah. Pakasa. Well, let's talk about this morning's show. We are expecting to have MP Philip Paulwell, former Minister of Energy. We're expecting to talk to him at about 9:30. At 10 o'clock, we're going to talk to Ralston Iman because one of the things that is out and talking about is Jamaica's upgrade, financial upgrade. Let's play this clip.
Standards & Poor, the world's top credit ratings agency, says Jamaica is now at a crossroads. While the country is emerging from its debt crisis, S&P warns that economic growth remains far below that of countries with the same rating. The agency cites crime, corruption, low productivity, weak competitiveness, and exposure to external shocks as key drags on growth. S&P stresses that the challenge for policymakers is to shift from austerity to growth while maintaining fiscal stability. The agency notes that faster growth could lead to a further upgrade, just as reducing the debt burden has done. S&P Global Ratings yesterday raised its long-term foreign and local currency sovereign credit ratings on Jamaica to BB from BB minus, and its transfer and convertibility assessment to BB plus from BB. The agency says the country's outlook is positive.
Let me just play about that.
In this former Jamaica
Let me just play about that because somebody was saying it was low. So let me play it back.
Standards and Poor, the world's top credit ratings agency, says Jamaica is now at a crossroads. While the country is emerging from its debt crisis, S&P warns that economic growth remains far below that of countries with the same rating. The agency cites crime, corruption, low productivity, weak competitiveness, and exposure to external shocks as key drags on growth. S&P stresses that the challenge for policymakers is to shift from austerity to growth while maintaining fiscal stability. The agency notes that faster growth could lead to a further upgrade, just as reducing the debt burden has done. S&P Global Ratings yesterday raised its long-term foreign and local currency sovereign credit ratings on Jamaica to BB from BB minus, and its transfer and convertibility assessment to BB plus from BB. The agency says the country's outlook is positive.
All right. So
In this former Jamaica,
so you have heard Ralston and myself talking about growth, and you have heard the government saying that the economy is in a good position and the economy is stable and all of that. That was Standard and Poor's. They are saying, yes, we have cut the debt to GDP. However, the lack of growth is a major problem. Major, major problem. So, all of them who out there say we are bad news whore and we are preach doom and gloom. I want to say to you this morning that what it is, we have been able to see further than our nose. So those of you with your myopic view and your fallabaka mentality, say as I say mentality, you can sit down and stay there, sing for your dinner, and those who lack knowledge and upon social media try mislead people. You do that at your own peril. There are also those who are out there deliberately telling lies. They know the truth and they are telling lies. You will be flagged with many stripes. Many strikes. So, we not gonna know the truth and I say it. Our reason and our mantra here is to speak the truth and speak it ever. Cause it what it will. Because we know that there are lies and many liars. Let's take our first call this morning. Good morning. Welcome to the
Good
Colin Bell
morning,
Show.
Colin.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Sunday I showed up still, you know, because I watch you go and I love the program.
Respect.
First time caller.
Thanks, man. And don't stay away, man. Keep calling the show.
You call for a labor right place name, Exchange.
Exchange. Our exchange
Yeah,
again.
in a Senton.
In a Senton.
Senton.
Big up yourself. When I have water.
Yeah, man, we have water, man. Then give you that good.
All right.
I have to give them credit for that, yeah, so good.
Talk to me.
It's a program I watch with a Canadian journalist this morning.
Yeah.
We're going to matter about Andrew Holness and Mark Carney, which is the Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah.
When them have them under scrutiny, big money laundering right now.
Yeah, I never see that.
I'm going to send it. I can send it on the number.
Yeah, man, you can WhatsApp it to me.
Yeah, I'm going to WhatsApp it to you and watch it and show it to the Jamaican public while in Canada.
Well, we have to watch it and review it because, you see, we not just show any and everything, you know. Because I am not
program, man. That's why I say, you send it and watch it and see it for himself.
Blessings, yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, you send it to the eye right now.
All right, my brother. Respect and thanks.
All right. And big up yourself and go and push on the works, brother.
No respect. Make certain you subscribe to the channel and share it, yeah?
Yes, I. And here what me say to you, you know. You see them black away I say the people them. dunce and wicked to vote against the PMP. I think them should have make a check on that, you know. I don't think the people vote against the People's National Party.
What you think happen?
I think a coup. I think a massive coup catch Mark Golden.
All right. Well, me have a brethren named Mystical. Mystical say, hear me now? The government voting themselves.
Yeah.
You know, but we see how that work. Little more.
Yeah, we just have to look and see what's going on, you know.
Respect my brother. Take care of the little one, here.
Again, one day I push this to, you know, because I call here again and we can't talk properly, you know.
Yes, man. Send it on, let me see it.
Needs ID. You see this needs ID where I come?
Yeah.
We, the people who stand against this corrupted government, must not refuse, must not take this digital ID at any cost.
All right, my brother. Take care of the little one, here. Big up yourself.
Yes, I.
Respect.
Always. And big up yourself and keep on the great work, sir.
Blessings. Let me ask a question. Benjamin Netanyahu spoke at the United Nations the other day. Hold on there for me, caller. Hold on. Benjamin Netanyahu spoke at the UN, and a number of world leaders walked out on him. I have a question. Did the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness walk out of the UN sitting while Netanyahu was speaking, or did Andrew Holness sit down and support Benjamin Netanyahu? We want to know if Andrew Holness walked out with the other world leaders. What did our Prime Minister do at the UN the other day? Morning, caller.
Mr. PM.
Bless up, my brother. Welcome. Wagwan.
One love.
Talk to me.
Andrew, I figure it, you know.
Did he walk out? You know if him did walk out or him stay?
You know, I never watch him because I never watch him, you know.
I know him you'd have watched. It was the United Nations meeting in New York. And when Benjamin Netanyahu went up to talk, quite a number of world leaders walked out on him.
Yeah, me know. You see, from ever since, I have no respect for Andrew, you know, so I don't watch him, you know. Anything him there, I don't watch him.
But he was at the UN representing you, sir.
Yeah, the country, not me.
Then you're not part of the country.
Yeah, but not me. Yeah, but I country, I represent.
Yes.
I represent me.
All right. Talk to me where you call me for talk about.
Yeah, I say again. Look like he slipped me. But the murder rate, why the murder rate I go up so now?
Where said the murder rate I run when now?
Just around where so.
But I told people, you know, that you can't talk about murder rate for 2025 before 2025 is complete. But the labor rights sold a narrative to the Jamaican people that, listen, this is the best since sliced bread in a year that has not yet been completed. And obviously some people bought into it.
230 questionable murder by the police, shooting by the police.
Oh, yes. And we're calling on the director of public defender. We're calling on the public defender to come out and start investigate these unalivement or unaliving by our security forces. I heard that at Simon and I think I need to find it because Simon Crosskill gave a chronology on the stories we have been given about body cams. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it yesterday.
Body cam urgently needed. Body cam urgently needed.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Simon gave a chronology. How much time, one at the time they tell we say them have how much, and then they say them all get how much, and then them say them have this, and now they are saying that they are going to get 1,000. We have been lied to. Hey, the amount of lie with them people, I tell you, you know, man.
Yeah, man,
Sad.
that's why I tell you say. That's why I tell you say them can't reply. Country them I represent and me.
Well, my brother, we in for a rude awakening. Rude awakening. But make we talk again. And when you remember your thoughts, you call me back.
Yeah, me talk about the thing you know, the magic skit petition there. You know, if you big up, if you advocate,
No,
the
man,
call of them to sign it.
what that? We sign what that?
The petition, the magnet, the skit.
Oh, the petition where we are sent to the Auditor General for audit the bus thing there?
Yeah, man, and the magnet stick man petition with a sign for bringing the FBI
To investigate Andrew.
investigate corruption.
Yeah.
Ratchet, you remember Ratty did that talk about him?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
you know,
use your chat.
You see that show there?
Use your
When
use your platform.
yeah.
Use your platform to ask the people them to sign it, man.
Well, tell you what, I am going to ensure that we get it and we post it that people can sign it from our side as well.
Yes, man, because we need to stop the corruption. The only way we can bring down the corruption thing, you know. We need to bring in the FBI and sign it.
Because you hear a fringe say, the rating agent, they say corruption is one of the things where slow growth in Jamaica, you know.
Yes.
Corruption.
All right, you know, we can depend on the law of Jamaica as our constitution to find them accountable.
Yeah.
We need to have the FBI investigate them.
Madam Producer. Yeah, man, we have to. We have to. And I am ready to be a part of that. I have signed the one that we sent to the Auditor General. I have signed that one that we sent to the Auditor General because the boss them, we have to audit that. We also call on the government to check if there's any truth to the fact that it is said that the fumes from the exhaust of the bus going into the cabin and that can spell problem for our children.
You know, see the TikTok clip where I show the fumes, the bus of fumes.
Just hold. Yeah, no, I never see that TikTok there.
Yeah, some black smoke can come out of it.
Well, no, the smoke will come out of the tailpipe, you know, but the report that we got is that smoke is also getting into the cabin and have the potential of getting our children sick.
Possible because the bus all.
Yeah, man. And what the report that we got is that is one of the reasons why. All right, me call you back because I have MP Paulwell on the line. I want to talk to him, and he doesn't have a lot of time to stay with us. So just hold the line. Just call me back right after this call with MP Paulwell, and we can talk back to you. All right, so we could just connect up the MP to the line. MP Paulwell, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you, sir, and to your listeners.
Thank you very much for coming on this morning. Let me first congratulate you on is how much stars you have now upon your shoulder?
Only 7.
7? Tell her!
Yeah.
That's good going, Comrade Paulwell. Very, very good
Thanks,
going.
sir.
All right, Comrade Paulwell, a couple of things we want to talk to you quickly about. We know you don't have a lot of time. The first one, explain to my viewers and listeners what happened, the fact that the PNP had put out a statement that they will not support either Juliet Holness or Marisa Dalrymple Philibert for Speaker of the House. A lot of people see Juliet Holness return as Speaker of the House. Some people complaining that the PNP, but they don't understand. Please explain to them how it works and what was the PNP stand on all of that.
All right. Well, we were fundamentally opposed to return of both ladies as Speaker of the lower house because of the prior performance. As you might be aware, when they were both first nominated, because of the customs of our parliament, I seconded both nominations at the time for both ladies.
Yes.
Because that's how it's done. When you win as a government, you're entitled to the positions that you want.
Mm-hmm.
But having experienced both ladies, and especially in relation to the matter, well, one of the most important issue now facing the country, that are reports from Integrity Commission and Auditor General and the whole business of corruption, it was both ladies did not operate according to the law and also the long-standing rules, where whenever reports are tabled by either the Auditor General or the Integrity Commission, that those are brought to the attention of the members by laying them on the table immediately. That has been the practice of the past, and in both cases, though that practice was, in fact, both ladies had determined to change the practice and to instead allow for an inordinate amount of time before the parliamentarians could see those reports. And we have a fundamental disagreement problem with that approach. And we found that even when the Auditor General had, in their opinion, stated that there was no need for departure from the practice, it was still the contention by the two speakers that should be done. So because of those and other things too, other instances of just, being partial, because the role of a speaker in the parliament is very important,
Yes.
You are supposed to be the impartial referee.
Yes.
And even though you are from a certain side, in the way you operate as chairman of that house, you are not supposed to be identified with any side.
Definitely.
So, for example, you're seeing speakers knocking on the desk in support of government ministers. That would never happen anywhere in the Commonwealth.
Right.
So we could not countenance the reappointment, and we were very clear. And I think people don't understand, because people thought that we should have gotten up and made some objections at the time, but that's not how the rules operate. And besides, it would have been churlish for us on the first sitting of the Parliament, having lost the election, and we did lose the election, regardless of what what the anecdotal thing will say, we did lose. We could only operate within the rules.
But why did you all go up and shake her hand then? Because that was only my objection, that we shouldn't shake her hand, go swear in, sign, and shake the other people, man, and leave her, because we never support her.
No, again, we had contemplated what we would do. We discussed it. We weighed all the pros and cons, and in the end, we all decided that the Parliament is an institution that we have to show respect for. It has served us, even though we are committed to removing the monarchy, but we still want to retain a parliamentary system with certain traditions and features. And we are not going to break those things, even though this government has not honored them. We are not,
because that's what I was just about to ask you, if this government showed that kind of respect to the Parliament.
No, they don't. But that's no reason for us not to. And I mean, last year is the first time a government walked out of Parliament.
There you go.
Yes, but we are not going to follow suit. Listen, we are Norman Manley's party, and there are certain principles that we abide by, and we are not going to allow any crass behavior on the part of the government to make us think in that same way. So our statement was very clear. We are not in support of the return of either ladies as Speaker, but the institution of Parliament will be preserved. And on that basis, we did go and shake the speaker's hand, because you can't change the fact that she's a speaker.
Right, I understand that.
Right? And we wanted to preserve that tradition. So,
all right, Sir Paulwell, we saw former Prime Minister, Most Honorable Bruce Golding, started a thing where members of the opposition would chair the committee of the House, the committees of the House.
yeah.
Our own Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller continued that when the PNP got back in power. And in Andrew Holness's first term, he continued it, but we saw where he discontinued it, only allowing for the PAC and the PAAC. We are now seeing where the government have a backbench of what, 5? It's only 5 people in the backbenches now?
Yes.
And therefore, no minister can chair those committee. Is it that the PNP is now going to be willing now to suck up to the government and to chair all those committee again?
No, but first of all, we believe that if you are having oversight committees, the most effective way for those committees to operate is by the opposition chairing them. And that's the reason why Mr. Bruce Golding, to his credit, had taken that move, and it worked well. The committees, when we were in opposition under him, performed very well. When they were in opposition, they performed very well until they changed in 2020, because they feared that the chairmanship being in the opposition hand would cause too many of the malpractices to be revealed. The reason why they reverted to the former practice is because there's nothing in law that had enshrined that position. So, for example, both the PAC, the Public Accounts Committee, and the PAAC, those are by law. Those are enshrined in the standing orders. So it is not a gift that Mr. Holness has given us when those are chaired by the opposition.
Oh.
That's by law. The others now are not by law. And so they are insisting, that is, the government is insisting,
yes,
that the legal position be returned to. We are protesting that, and we are going to be vigorous in the protest. And in fact, because we now have 28 members, and they have a very slim backbench, they are going to be hard pressed to find chairmen for these committees, because they can't use ministers. So we are waiting to see what happens week after next when we meet, because we are not going to allow.
Oh, so we're not meeting next week. It's week after next.
Right. Next week is orientation for the new members.
Oh yes.
Right. So there's an orientation exercise that's going to go for most of the day on Tuesday. So we're not going to be meeting on Tuesday. I suspect the Senate might be meeting next week, right, but the House will not be meeting on Tuesday.
So, if asked, the PNP is willing to chair all the committees?
No, it's not that we are willing. We are insisting.
Okay, because the party leader did say it in his opening speech that we want to chair these committees.
No, we are insisting. We are insisting. They will only be effective if they are chaired by the opposition. If the government were to chair them, as we have seen in the last 5 years, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
Sir Paulwell, you were Minister of Energy for quite some time. You were at the negotiating table for the last JPS deal. We are up on that now. That is to be done by when? 2027?
Well, that's not my position. My position is that the current license that the JPS operates under has been modified from time to time.
Yes.
When I became Minister first in 1997, and we had a cable and wireless license that was going to run until 2038, I couldn't sit down and wait for the time to run off. we had to change the license because it was not the best thing for the country. So I don't buy the argument that we need to wait until 2027. In fact, when I passed the law in 2015, and it was the first time we were having an electricity act since the 18th century, I said that after 5 years, we would review that law. My intention was for the JPS license to have been completely be overhauled by that time. So I wasn't going to wait until 2027. If we had won the elections September 3, we would have immediately called in JPS to negotiate a brand new license, because so much would have happened since that last time. So little has happened under this government that we do need to expedite in a vigorous way some of the reforms that are necessary to bring the price of electricity down. So my aim was to immediately call in JPSCO. I had already indicated to the country some of the terms of a new license, and that we are determined to bring in greater competition at this stage. We are determined to bring in more renewables. We're determined to bring the price of electricity down to below 20 cents. The government hasn't a clue, so they are going to wait until 2027.
So you are saying that with all the talk that Darrell talk, he could have called in JPS long time ago and do some negotiation with the license?
It's just bare talk. They could, listen, in 2016, actually towards the end of 2015, I called them in because when I looked at the price we were paying for street lights, I said to them, we have to change out these bulbs and bring in more energy efficient bulbs.
Yeah.
When I saw that we needed to bring on board some additional capacity, because if we didn't do that, we would start to have power cuts, I called them in and we amended the license. So you can amend the license, you can change the license anytime once there is political will to do so. And I'm saying to this government that there's no such will. It was really political maneuvering and showmanship that we were witnessing prior to the election, when Mr. Vaz indicated that the license will be changed in 2027. The license needs to be changed now.
We don't have to wait till 2027.
You don't have to wait until 2027.
Tell me something, Philip. When the PNP came in power in 2012, we were paying about what? About 33 cents per kilowatt hour. You brought
we were paying 33 US cents per kilowatt hour.
How much?
By the time we left there, we had shaved off about 10 cents to about 23 cents off it. Today, we are back up to 40 cents.
No, but how did you do that? Because what they are selling to the country is that they can't do nothing. It is all in the license, which you just cleared up, that you can call in JPS and renegotiate the license anytime. But you brought down the per kilowatt hour to 23 cents from about 33 cents when the PNP got in power 2012. How did you do that? What are some of the things that you did?
A number of things. Firstly, when I became minister again in 2012, I went to the OUR and I said to them, I need to go and get 115 megawatts of renewables immediately. JPSCO was opposed to it. They were saying to me that if you brought in more than 5% renewables to the system, you're going to crash the system and we're going to have frequent power cuts and shutdown of the network because it will cause instability. I said, over my dead body, we are going to do it. And it was done. So we brought on board the expansion at Wixton. We brought in the largest solar plant, 20 megawatts in Content, Clarendon. And we also established the wind farm, another wind farm in Malvern, St. Elizabeth. We also did the transformation from heavy fuel oil and diesel to LNG. So a number of those things. Plus, we were pressuring the company to become more efficient. And those things assisted in bringing the price of electricity down. Since that time, we have seen the level of electricity theft increasing, and that has added greater burden in terms of the price. We have seen not one single new renewable project came on board during this time, even though they had promised 200 megawatts. Right? So it's because of their slouchiness, it's because of their inefficiency and mismanagement.
What about
Why the
incompetence?
price has gone up to where it is at now. And I believe it is going to go further, higher.
What about incompetence? Is that a part of it?
I mentioned that inefficiency, incompetence.
Now, Sir Paulwell, if they wait until 2027 to go back to JPS, we see Standard and Poor's and Finch, they are saying that they have upgraded Jamaica's economic situation. However, they are saying that Jamaica is the only country that is at BB and we are not growing. Electricity is a major part of what will assist growth in Jamaica. What you see in the forecast if we wait until 2027?
Well, the government has promised this 5 and 4. That failed, and it failed largely because the price of electricity is so high. There's no way you're going to be attracting new businesses. For example, they have failed in the growth in the free zone, the exclusive economic zone, because people are not going to come and invest where the price of electricity is 40 cents. Our aim was to liberalize that segment, for example, to allow people to come in and generate their own electricity at a fraction of the price.
Yes.
And the government has not signaled where they're going to go with that. You are correct. The electricity price is going to affect our ability to grow or not. And this government has failed in its 2 terms to date. And I dare say they don't have the political will nor the understanding as to how to get us to the price where I believe will be far more sustainable between 15 and 18 US cents per kilowatt hour. Our plan was quite clear. I had sold it to the private sector just before the election, and it's just a pity that we are not there to implement it.
Darrell said that he would keep you up to date on what he's doing, bring you in the mix. Has he been doing that?
Not since the campaign started. I believe that battle lines were drawn. I've always been quite willing to assist, and more so now that they have been re-elected. I'm offering myself full support and cooperation to assist in getting the price of electricity down, because if the economy grows, all of us will benefit.
Yes.
So I await he's contacted me, but I'm not holding my breath.
All right. Finally, Sir Paulwell, there is a dilemma in view may happen. There is an election petition by Paul Buchanan as it relates to that seat with the Prime Minister. And I just, as a learned person, because let me tell my listeners that MP Philip Paulwell is also an attorney at law. If the court, and it's a big if the court rules in Comrade Buchanan's favor and suggests a rerun of the seat or of a division, what happens in the parliament?
Well, if there is a rerun of that election, then there would not be a member of parliament for that constituency until the rerun takes place.
So therefore, the Prime Minister would be out of the parliament.
That is my understanding.
And if the Prime Minister is out of the parliament, then somebody have to become Prime Minister.
Of course. Yes.
The conundrum that a lot of people are discussing is that if that happens, somebody becomes Prime Minister. Does that person have an obligation to give up the Prime Ministership?
No, man. The issue of Prime Ministership is a political party issue.
Yeah.
The JLP, as in our case, we decide who the Prime Minister is because of the way our system is. That the person who leads the party becomes leader of the opposition or Prime Minister by convention.
Right.
And I'm certain their system will accommodate that as well.
So you don't see a problem?
I don't see a problem unless if it is declared not void and there are elections and he is not returned, then they would have to choose their own leader.
I must ask you this question. If the court rules it null and void, will the PNP contest the seat and go all out to win the seat?
I'm certain we would have to.
Sir Paulwell, let me thank you this morning for being with us. Is there anything you want to say to my listeners and viewers before you go?
No, I'm joining another program now, an overseas program, so I have to go.
Definitely, not a problem, Sir Paulwell. Thanks for the time. All right, MP for East Kingston and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell, joining us as we talk about the issues in the parliament, as he's the leader of business for the leader of opposition business in the parliament, Philip Paulwell. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Morning. I heard you asking a question about Jamaica's at the UN meeting.
Yes. Did Andrew Holness walk out or did he sat down?
Well, I did a Google check yesterday and it's Jamaica did not. And I was just looking at some of the comments in your chat and it said Jamaica did not.
Jamaica did not walk out.
Well, that's what I'm hearing.
Tell her!
That you have to look at things in pattern, and we have not been focusing much on Jamaica's foreign policy.
No, Jamaica foreign policy is non-existent. We don't know what we're doing.
Right, it is. And in the geopolitics in which we operate, we need to know what we are doing. Otherwise, we're going to get left out there.
But you know why I asked the question? Because Jamaica and Israel is chummy. And I never expect him to walk out.
There are two other precedents, Colin.
Yes.
In 2023, when the UN called for a ceasefire and there was a vote, that was the famous time when our foreign affairs minister said there was a lack of communication between Kingston and our delegates.
Yes, and like they were saying that them never did in the room when it happened.
Right. So there was that.
Yes.
And the Christina had an editorial last week when Mr. Abbas from the Palestinian Authority was to address the UN remotely because he could not get a visa to go to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And the UN, the member states had to vote. 145 voted to give him permission to address remotely. About 5 or 6 said no. About another similar figure abstained. And 34 countries did not vote, did not take a position, including Jamaica.
Yeah.
Including Jamaica.
Jamaica.
How long are we going to sit on the fence with regard to the Gaza issue? So there are 3 instances now I can quote. If what I heard about yesterday's part. Where are we going?
Let me tell you something. Jamaica has lost its balls. Jamaica has lost its balls. And the fact that we are so closely knit with Israel, that was the reason why I asked the question. I did not get a chance to watch any of the UN meeting, but I followed up during reading some articles, listening to some newscasts. And when I even looked at it this morning, the leaders who were walking out, and I was looking to see where is Andrew and the team. We now walk out, we really sit down supporting a country that is decimating another country.
Mm-hmm.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Well, we're in a sad situation, but principles should have something. It's not just economics. Life is not just about economics.
No.
And if as a country we don't stand for anything, then as they say, we will fall for everything.
Yeah, man, and injustice to one of us is injustice to all of us.
I remember in the days, I'm old enough to have been around in the apartheid days. And I was so proud to be a Jamaican, seeing a little country like this taking
the lead. Taking the lead, not just a position.
Yeah.
We took the lead.
Right. And nowadays, it's like we have no foreign policy position. We just sit back on everything and are being led by the noses.
Jesus.
It's a shame.
I heard his speech when he was saying that to attack Israel was wrong, but what Israel is doing now is also wrong. Then why you sit down and listen to Netanyahu? Why you never show, why you never protest? Because listen, two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh no.
Israel was attacked and Israel turned around. How many years now them a beat them?
But there's a whole question in the law of proportionality.
Yes, how many years now them a beat them?
Out of proportion. When you watch the TV and see what's happening to the people in Gaza, it leaves you feeling depressed.
Babies, women, old people, everybody, anybody.
A lady who was a doctor at the hospital working, and they bombed her house and killed her 9 children. 9 out of 10 children, and then kill 9 of them.
Jesus Christ.
How do you continue with your life after that? I heard the St. Vincent and the Grenadines gentleman speaking at the UN. At least I was watching it. I hope it sounds like it's the 80th gathering he's speaking.
Yeah.
And boy, I felt so proud. You know, that man is a sort of rebel. Like, he just stays his position. I can't remember his name right now.
Me or Matley speak it?
I'm not sure. But I heard the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ralph Gonzalez, that's his name.
Ralph Gonzalez, yeah.
Right, and he gave a speech. I listened to it this morning, playback, and I was really, really impressed. I said, look at little St. Vincent and the Grenadines taking them position.
Hold on, Carla. Ian Vasily saying, look at what your police is doing to your own citizen. And he's not saying nothing. I don't expect better.
Yeah. And if they were wearing those body cameras, that young fella life could have been saved.
Listen, man.
Somebody would have thought twice before them going there.
Listen, this government.
But, Colin, I had a situation some years ago, where my house was about 5 o'clock one morning, about 40 policemen was in my yard and thing. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, what is this all about? In the end, I reported it to the police commissioner's office. They sent me a letter of apology. There was no search warrant for my home. It was a mistake. They could have killed me and my relative who was in there. I had a young relative going to the high school nearby, a male.
Oh,
and being about 15. They could have killed me in the same way in front of me.
Yeah. Sam is saying that she spoke and he sent her speech to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Carla,
have a good day.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye.
Call more often, yeah?
Okay, yeah, man.
Blessings. 876-804-7072. I'll take one more call and then I'll go into Ralston because we have to talk about the ratings. The ratings is good enough. But we have to listen to the details. And we have to be able to analyze what it is that Standard & Poor's they are saying. Morning, welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good morning, Mr. Colin.
Hey, morning and welcome.
Yes. Thank you for what you're doing. Continue the fight.
Blessings.
Mr. Colin?
Yes.
The clown is in circus and the show goes on with Andrew Holness.
Every circus have them clown,
Yeah, the clown. So the circus goes on, nothing new.
Yes.
Same old situation continues. Yes, he spoke. But I didn't listen to him, because I just can't bear to that man. And all he was doing is trying to find words. You can see that, he's trying to come up. Him always go on with some big words and some things, So I nobody listen to him.
Hold on a little bit. Hold on a little. Hold on a little, Carla. Hold on a little. Because I have a little piece of what I'm saying. Listen this.
Jamaica once again condemns the heinous October 7, 2023 attack on Israel and is deeply horrified by the devastating humanitarian consequences of the counteroffensive in the Palestinian territories. A just and peaceful resolution to the conflict is only possible through diplomacy and dialogue.
That him say.
Okay, hear me now, Colin. He should have walked out like the other people did.
Yes.
He should have, since he condemned it. And also, he should have talked about the youth, the young man, Jamar, that was murdered in Cherry Hill. Take care of your business at your yard first. before you take care of other business outside.
Well, caller,
So,
him now go say nothing about the cherry tree killing. Because if the government wanted the policemen to wear body cameras, they would have been wearing them. Body cameras for police is a policy decision, and the people who voted for the GLP voted for the police not to wear body camera. I say that without any water in my mouth.
You know, Mr. Colin, if it had been an upper class youth, St. Andrew, the upper echelon, it would be a different situation. You'd have say, oh, long time the Prime Minister says something, the Commissioner says something. The Commissioner is silent. I will not stop on this thing. And people, we must not stop. Continue. Have to stop this type of killing in Jamaica. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Jamaica is soaked. The earth is soaked. The atmosphere with the blood of innocent people. How long are we going to sit? What are we afraid of, people? It can happen to anyone, and you never know when this situation and others' wickedness will knock at your door. Stand up for justice. Immorality, come on. How long are you going to sit like this and shut your mouth? This one not going to go under the carpet. The commissioner must resign. And your oldness, you will step down. What are you waiting on? Why would you not open the mouth and talk about the innocent blood that was shed? Mr. Colin, put on a disclaimer now. Put it on because I'm going to say something. And I don't want you to think that, I am, rude or anything. But you know the word karma?
Yes.
Karma is real. It is real. You see what the Governor General going through? That's why I say put on your disclaimer. Me say so. They can come from me up a United States. Yes.
Sickness.
You see what the Governor General about
No, nobody no buy
sickness.
Take him. Nobody no buy sickness.
A karma.
Tell
God working mysterious ways is wonders to perform.
Tell
Colin, what you talk? I said, Colin, let me talk now, please. Put on your disclaimer. Colin, let me talk. I'm hurting, I am hurting for this young man. You can imagine when you look at the young man demeanor, you can see say happily run out to his death. No one who has something on them would behave like how that young man quickly run out.
Open the door out and lift up him hand.
All over me hurting. I have a grandson. And, oh God, man, come on.
We have a call on the Jamaican people, caller, because you have Jamaicans who are saying what the police is doing is right. You have Jamaicans who are saying the police will go, they go kill them. Me have a brethren who tell me, say, yeah, the police are doing right thing. The police will kill them. And I said to him, brother, you have a son. No, because your son not that Jamaica. You can't say that. If a man, listen, I said this. If a man is a criminal and him unalive 100 people, and when the police go for him, he hold up his hand and surrender, that man must face a judge. That man shouldn't face no maker. If you take up a gun and fire for the police, yes, you must meet your maker. But when you surrender, you must meet a judge. It cannot be that the police is judge, jury, and executioner.
All at once.
No.
All at once they are.
All right, caller.
Colin, let me finish this and get off and give somebody else a chance.
Go ahead.
This is not right. And we must not sit with this because they have been doing it over and over until it becomes normal in our sight. And it's just one more 9-day talk and we go on and we do more. No. You hear what I say? Nay is blood. Nay is blood. It's tears and the tears of his mother be upon the commissioner of police and your oldness. You have 2 sons. What are them to know?
And Dr. Chang too, you can't live out Dr. Chang.
With one little boy, 2 dozen. only sleep, only eat, you have children. And May is blood and the karma. Colin, put on your disclaimer. Be upon uno.
No, if
Be upon uno.
if a karma
and
you call for,
uno,
if
and
a karma,
confuse uno, and judge. Colin, the
if
earthing. Judge.
all
Do
right.
the right thing when the time comes. They must not be on duty right now. Judge, do the right thing. Whoever the DPP, thank God the other one, she gone.
All right, caller, thank
Anybody
you.
who takes up this case, do the right thing and let justice serve as God is going to find them all guilty.
All
Over
right,
again.
caller. All right. I put out a WhatsApp yesterday, and I want to play it. Let me play this. The king of reggae, the late Honorable Robert Nesta Marley, you call him Bob Marley, said, "How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?" At this time, I am very disappointed in the leaders of the world and believe that right now we can't classify no world leader as being great, because we sit down every day and watch Haiti, the Haitians, taking each other 3 points every day. We sit down and watch the Israelis taking the 3 points of the Palestinian them every day. What is going to happen while we stand aside and look? We can't continue this way with Haitians. I take them one another 3 points, and Israel I take the Palestinian them 3 points while the world sit aside and look. We're calling on all world leaders to stop this now. Somebody, anybody, yeah. So, yeah, man, the king of reggae, the late Honorable Robert Nesta Marley, you call him Bob Marley, said, "How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?" At this time, I am very disappointed in the leaders of the world and believe that right now we can't classify no world leader as being great, because we sit down every day. We have Raleigh on the line. We played that already. But before we bring in Ralston, I want to play the clip we want to talk about. Because right now, a whole heap of things in a Jamaica now go good, but some people think it will go good. Let's play this clip.
Standards & Poor, the world's top credit ratings agency, says Jamaica is now at a crossroads. While the country is emerging from its debt crisis, S&P warns that economic growth remains far below that of countries with the same rating. The agency cites crime, corruption, low productivity, weak competitiveness, and exposure to external shocks as key drags on growth. S&P stresses that the challenge for policymakers is to shift from austerity to growth while maintaining fiscal stability. The agency notes that faster growth could lead to a further upgrade, just as reducing the debt burden has done. S&P Global Ratings yesterday raised its long-term foreign and local currency sovereign credit ratings on Jamaica to BB from BB- and its transfer and convertibility assessment to BB plus from BB. The agency says the country's outlook is positive.
Raleigh, morning.
Morning.
Well, go on, my brother.
Yeah, man, we're there, man.
So, is that Standard & Poor's?
Yeah.
They upgrade Jamaica now to BB from BB-.
Yeah, man.
But they are saying that this is the only country with that ratings that have this low growth. Explain that to my listeners for me.
Yeah, but hold on. Yeah, so first thing, this is not something new. Jamaica got its first rating in 1999 under Omar David.
Yeah.
So this is not nothing new.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why the people know that. Yeah. S&P is the world's leading credit ratings agency. So what them do, I look at the economy, particularly the government finances, and see if it's sustainable.
Yeah.
If you spend more than you earn, then them rate you. Yep. The ratings go up to AAA. So like countries like USA used to have AAA. USA no longer have AAA because of the massive debt burden that they might carry. All right,
yeah.
125% of GDP. All right. So them rate Jamaica sent out the ratings yesterday. When them primarily I do talk to them clients, them represent the people who lend money.
Yes.
So what I said to them clients is that Jamaica fiscal accounts are improved, but the economy now grow.
Yes.
So when them say BB does mean double B, simple, right? So it means that you are still not investment grade, you are still in speculative grade, but you are improved.
Investment
so
grade is what?
now,
BB plus?
Yeah, BB plus. Means that you are improved, but you're still not speculative grade. Right. So when I say speculative grade, you have certain institutions like banks and all of them in the US. Them can buy speculative grade securities, pension funds and them in the US. Because it means that there's still a risk that the people them will default. Right. So you have to go up in an investment grade. That's how you start move up in an A and all of them things. All right. So what the man them say about Jamaica and the media never reported, and me released that yesterday. Them only released a part of the report. What the man them said, the countries that are in Jamaica's group, Jamaica grew way below most of the countries in its group. And them said the reason why Jamaica now grow are because of the criminality, the corruption, low levels of productivity, low levels of competition within the economy, and the poor infrastructure. The same thing that we are talking about every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Raleigh, if we continue on this same trajectory, not change, same way, how long will it take us to reach investment grade ratings?
A very long time, because what the man them said, what soon I try to, based on where they are now, is to hit the debt to GDP target 1 year before time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we believe that we'll upgrade, if we start growing. So them say you can do two things to get another upgrade. Them say you can continue to hit the debt to GDP target 1 year before time, or you can do it by growing. The same thing that we have been saying all along.
No, Raleigh, if we don't grow, if we don't start to growth in this country, how can we continue then to meet our debt payment without growing the economy?
That is what the S&P telling their people. Say, although the money are moving full speed now, the fact that them now grow means that they won't be able to do this on a sustainable basis.
There you go.
So you still have to be careful how you lend to them. Because the whole place will fall apart.
I heard Al Edwards Ralston ask the Minister of Commerce a question. I don't know if you heard it. It was in the press conference on, what was that, Tuesday? Yeah. Press conference was Tuesday. And he asked the minister specifically how you're going to grow the economy. And the minister took about 3 minutes without still giving us the specifics. If we can't get those direct answers now, what then? Where are we going?
I mean, it's a very serious problem. That minister is very incompetent.
Listen it, Ralston. Listen it.
Can you comment on how the NSIPP registry is working?
Here is the question.
Then wait for the microphone.
Listen this.
Minister, one of the things you've constantly stressed is the importance of exports in growing the economy. Now you're back as minister and the government is in for another term. What do you, or how do you want to spur that growth? I mean, you've insisted on it, and you've also insisted, one of the things you always said was that where our populations are small, you can't really grow with a population of just 3 million. You've got to look outward. You've said it consistently. But what do you want to do now to ensure that you can really put your foot on the accelerator in that regard?
Al is not my friend.
What do you think about the question, Raleigh?
It's a very good question, because Arbin has always insisted that we can't grow by selling to ourselves. But although he hasn't been insisting on that, we have been running massive trade deficit. The last one that we got was last week. That is why I'll ask him the question.
You want to hear the answer?
Deficit.
You want to hear the answer?
Yeah, man.
Listen.
And but I didn't pay him for that question. But I love the question. Well, I'll say it clearly. We are not going to get rich selling to 3 million people who have a per capita GDP of 7,000 or just below. When you look at Cayman, for instance, Cayman has a very high per capita GDP. Bermuda has maybe the third or so highest per capita GDP in the world if it was assessed as an independent country, which it's not. It's 125,000 US dollars thereabout. Them no have no yam, them no have no mango, them no have no tomatoes. By much they might grow some of them flower pot. You know what they do, Al? They do what we have not done for a long time, which we are about to do. We're going to elevate our services. We've learned a great deal from the BPO service. Okay, but when you go to the British Virgin Islands, the lawyers and the accountants are very often Jamaicans. You go to Cayman and Turks and Caicos. Bahamas, many of them sometimes are Jamaicans. We didn't provide them with the legal ecosystem to make sure our financial services business grow. Well, Minister Williams just changed the trust law, which I carried through the Senate. We have just changed the segregated accounts law. We're in the process now, waiting. The BOJ is coming back to us on the partnership accounts, the two kinds, the general and what's the other one? General unlimited liability partnerships. All that is being put in place so that we can now become a really good high-level services sector. Why? Because lawyers and banks and rich people pay for that service. They want their trust. Jamaica is now very trustworthy. FATF is in place. You can transfer money anywhere. This is a place of growth for us. The other place that the Prime Minister has talked about so often is a logistics hub. I'm going on a trade mission in Asia soon, and part of that is to make sure we're looking investors to come and invest, but also the tariff and visa arrangements that are being changed so dramatically in the world. In every time there's an issue, you have to look for the opportunities. There are opportunities there for us. We are very close to the biggest market in the world. We are inviting people to set up Jamaican companies in Jamaica and make things and export from here. So those are the areas. And of course, the Prime Minister is right. The biggest export market is right here in Jamaica. It's called the hospitality business, the hotel business, which is why he's pushing Floyd and Ed and myself to make sure we make it work for us so that the hotels who are here, better if we have consistent supply at a reasonable price to buy from us. But we have to make sure we produce. So we have a range of services that we're looking at. Tourism right now is the one strong product. It's always risky when all your eggs are in one basket. And so we have to look at those other areas to grow. Agriculture is probably the first, because training and getting the people in place and inviting people and they get the confidence to come here will take some time. But in the next 2, 3, 4 years, we must be a major service area for the wealthy and for the people who need that kind of service.
Ralston, you heard him.
Yeah, man.
Any confidence in what he said?
Well, that's a very long-winded answer, and Arbin has been saying that for quite a while. But every year, the trade deficit is widening. 2.4 billion for the first 5 months of this year. Total exports were only 773 million, and we imported 3.2 billion. Agricultural exports were only 29 million. Manufacturing, 337 million. Mining, 332 million. Yeah, so what we need for that? the first thing, as S&P says, the criminality and the corruption have to stop. So even when we talk about mobilizing investment, you know, have a mobilize the investments with the criminality and the corruption. Because Jamaica is seen as a corrupt place. FDI flows last year were only 304 million from over 800 million in 2016.
Hold on, $304 billion, that's direct foreign.
Million. Yeah, man.
That's direct foreign investment.
Yeah. That's down from over 800 million in 2016.
But in the budget, hold on. But in the budget, they said that they want what, 3 billion?
That's not gonna happen.
But that's what they said in the budget.
Yeah, man. But that's not gonna happen. That's not fitting with the world reality.
So, Raleigh, the man said in about 4 years' time we should be a big service economy. Is that possible in Jamaica with Cayman right there so and Bermuda right there so doing the same thing, that people have more confidence and trust in?
No, that's what I'm saying to you, because people see Jamaica as a corrupt place. So those places are seen as more cleaner than Jamaica, so to speak. So people will go there. What we need to do again, Monday morning, the Bank of Jamaica has a decision to make about interest rates. We have to get down the interest rate if we're going to start growing. So the Fed cut them rates last week. Give Bank of Jamaica an opportunity to cut the rates. We have to cut the rates on Monday and then get the Minister of Finance, the Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, the Prime Minister, to call in the Jamaica Bankers Association, tell them, say, by the way, we're going to reduce the asset tax, because the asset tax is only 13 billion. I'll give them a firm deadline and then tell them, say, bring down the interest rate. Right. At the same time, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance have to tell them, say, money what the government have in the bank then, we not leave it with DNS and NCB alone. We're going to spread it to the smaller banks then. First Global Banks, CIBC, all of them banks.
But Raleigh,
yeah.
When Julian Robinson said those things, they made fun of him, they laughed at him to scorn.
Yeah, man, we know that. We're politics, cheap politics.
Yeah, but how they going to come back and do that now when Julian said, this is what I would do, and them laugh at him? Even tell lie upon him, same, or pay them back the asset tax.
Though the Prime Minister said the creative industries where you always talk about, why think Arbin said him tell him Ed and Flight to come together?
No, Raleigh.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Oh, him left out Babsy. That mean what the Prime Minister tell us is not nothing that all of them coalesce around.
Yeah.
My God.
But them say that is going to be a major part. We have to leave out the politics now, because Jamaica is in a deep crisis.
But can they do that? Do they have the ability to do that?
Well, they must know what they're going to do.
But Raleigh, the next part of the business is that how many times the BOJ cut interest rate already since 2024?
Them are cut from 7% to 5.75%. That is why we're saying the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance have to call in the bankers. What the bankers are saying, they want the asset tax to come down, because the asset tax was supposed to be removed after Peter Phillips leave in 2016.
But
just like the NHT money, and then still have the asset tax.
But does the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister have the authority over the Bankers Association to do that? My argument to you is that the Bankers Association have the Prime Minister and this administration in them pocket. Them can't tell them nothing.
Them have to stop do that. Yep. And as I said, they are trying to reduce the asset tax, because it should have been reduced a long time ago.
But how are they going to reduce the asset tax when you tell me 2 weeks ago that the government income has fallen?
Well, for the first 5 months, them collected 5.9 billion more than budgeted for, so them collected more the last time.
But
remember, during the election campaign, them said that them was going to reduce the income tax rate from 25 to 10. A 1 percentage point decline is 13.58 billion. The asset tax is only $13 billion.
13 billion a year they get for asset tax?
Yeah, so them not have to do it in 1 year. Them can't tell them how them say them have to do it in 2 years.
Yeah, that's what Julian said. He would gradually bring that
Yeah,
down.
man. Yeah, man. Them can't do that, man.
But you told me about 2 weeks ago that what they had projected to collect from, what was it, GCTR taxes, was they didn't collect the amount they had projected?
Yeah, but them released some figures last week which indicated that they are now ahead of target.
Oh, so they are now ahead of target now?
Yeah, man. 5.9 billion ahead.
Okay. Was that before the election or that since the election they released that?
No, they released it sometime 2 weeks ago, after the election.
After the election.
Mm.
So if we are going to bring down interest rate, what would that do for SME and regular businesses?
It means that them could have get more money for run their business. It means that people could have take out more mortgage. It means that people could have buy more cars. It means that the stock market could have get more vibrant. All of those things that are growth oriented.
And you are expecting Monday morning BOJ to cut interest rate by about how much?
Another 25 basis points from 5.75 to 5.5.
And then what would you expect from the commercial banks?
Well, as I said before, we expect the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Jamaica to approach them and outline those proposals about reducing the asset tax, the electronic KYC, and the shifting of funds from the two big banks to the other banks. And then we expect them to respond positively.
You expect the banks to respond positively by doing what?
If they do, by cutting the rates to the lenders.
By how much percent? By how much percent do you expect?
No, well, every bank have a different way and will do it by a different amount. But we expect at least a 50 basis point.
At least. So what the bank's lending at now?
Well, the average lending rate is somewhere in the region about, it depends on the customer still. The average lending rate is about 11% right now.
So you expect that to come down to an average of about 10.5?
Well, Development Bank of Jamaica is lending at 8. So we expect some of the banks to come down. Like the big man, them get the cheap money for borrowing up.
Yeah.
SMEs, yeah. Come down to about 8-9%.
You mentioned a while ago, Raleigh, the Prime Minister in his inaugural speech said that the culture and the creative industry would be one of the pillars of growth. But you just...
we about let us talk about it at JPEX all last week.
But you heard Arbin Hill just say, it's three of them the Prime Minister said if they come together. Bartlett, Floyd Green and himself.
Maybe that was an ambition on his part. Because we hear the Prime Minister talk about that. And we hear Bartlett talk about it.
But do they know how to do it?
Creative industry. Well, maybe they might forget people like you to help them do it. Get the people who help them. Because we have to put the politics apart now and put the nation in front.
So, Standard and Poor, Ralston, are they bad news whore because they said that we need to grow and corruption is one of the problems?
Yeah.
You and I and Simon, with the beat we bad say we are bad news whore because the economy is good and we say the economy is bad. We constantly say the economy needs to grow and they cost us dog rotten. Now Standard and Poor is saying, me I rate your BB, but out of all the countries that I rated BB, you have the lowest growth. You not grow.
No, I'm not saying about S&P because they have colonialist mentality. Anything you foreigners say, them believe in our foreigners say. So now that the foreigners have said the same thing what we have said, them are accepted.
All right, my brother. Raleigh, anything?
That's what the Jamaican people say, man.
Hold on.
Anything we foreigners say, yeah.
Agriculture, Ralston. A little man tell me Wednesday said Jamaica agriculture has been growing over the last 9 years. Is that a fact?
No, man. Let me tell you, agricultural exports for the first 9 months was 29 million. And we import 865.65 million in our food and agricultural items. Rubbish matter.
So our agricultural production on the island has not been growing?
No. And that is part of the major growth strategy. That is why Arbin said, Brogard said, him and Floyd to come together because agriculture and agro-processing are two of the sectors that have to drive growth. We can't grow without those sectors growing.
My brother, what are the deliberate actions that this government is taking now to grow agriculture in Jamaica? Have you seen any deliberate action by the government?
Well, them just had a big agricultural conference last week, you know, where them have a number of projects. Florida say young people, them are lease, cut the land lease, the amount of lease the land them. Them say them have put things in place, irrigation and all of those things. Yep. They had a big conference at the convention center in Montego Bay last week, which was successful. So let's wait and see.
Hold on, Raleigh. Don't move. Hold a sec for me. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, good morning, Colin.
You have a question for Ralston?
Oh, no. The question you mentioned about a man that called you Wednesday about the country export program in agriculture.
Well, it's not export because I know export was down, but he said agriculture produce in the country was up.
Yeah, because you mentioned no, and you were talking to Rastan. Yeah, it's that guy in Dwight Chatu. He spread a lot of false news.
Hold on. I'm wrapping up with Ralston. Hold on, don't move. Yeah, Raleigh. So, is there anything finally you want to say to the listeners and viewers before I let you go?
All I say to the people of Jamaica is now time to grow the economy. We cannot continue the way we have been going if we are going to improve our living standard. And the corruption is one of the big things that are inhibited growth. So don't bother getting out of corruption and say why me want part of the corruption food too, because that will prevent, as Bob Marley say, eat your bread off tomorrow when you're involved in a corruption.
Respect, my brother.
All right, blessed love.
We talk. One love.
Yeah. All right, yeah, man.
Ralston, I am on top financial analyst, the top financial analyst in Jamaica. Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say to you, that guy, he already come with a lot of false news and give wrong information on the radio.
Okay.
Right? If you listen, if that guy, he comes on the sport program in the afternoon now with a lot of false information also.
Well, listen, you realize I said to him that how is it that our food production is up while 55% of Jamaicans are in food insecurity? So we know say it was a lot of false information he was spreading.
Yeah, man, that's false information. And he does it all the time even in the sport area. And in the mornings, if you listen, Colin, if you listen to Ralston and Simon, he's one of the persons that always texting in some nonsense.
All right, my brother. Thanks for the call.
And look here. I spoke to you once about the PNP messaging about messaging, and you know, I am saying to you that I don't think the messaging did reach as far as it could.
Hold on for me, don't move. The messaging, yeah, you could say that, but I from where I sit, it wasn't the messaging that cost us the election. From where I sit, it was the groundwork in some of the constituencies that we should have won. Constituency like Central Manchester, Northern Trelawney, Central Kingston. We shouldn't lose them the constituency, the brother. And one or two more.
Well, that's a point. But why I say that, you see, I am in America, and I have friends in Jamaica, and there are some things like you would say on your program and other things. And they are educated, and them know they never hear that because them they on WhatsApp and they on TikTok and those things.
A whole heap of people lack the necessary education to operate in a democracy society.
Fine. So that's why I was saying that we should like go on tone cries and play the things them in the areas.
Yes, I agree with that. That is something that I agree with. Bring the message to the people instead of expecting the people to go and get the message. All right, my brother. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man, respect.
876-804-7072. My island home, Jamaica. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, morning, Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yes. Question. Are people allowed to say anything in the chat room?
No, we don't want nobody to disrespect nobody in the chat room.
Well, there's somebody by the name of Nardi. She's telling people to go on about their mother.
Nardi telling people to go about their mother. What you tell Nardi say?
Right.
What the person said to Nardi?
Person said to, she was speaking about a lady who called you, speaking about the conference with that Andrew Willis attended, and the lady, she said the lady son from uptown. So she said, right, so she said Lord. So the person said to her that, so what if she's from uptown?
Some of the time I don't see everything that takes place in the chat room. I try to follow as much. But like when I'm doing an interview and I am focusing on the interview and maybe even taking notes or writing down questions, I might miss some things, and then it's a lot of people in the chat room, so sometimes it runs fast and I don't see it. But I don't want nobody disrespecting anybody in the chat room. I ask you please not to disrespect anybody. And if I see people where I disrespect people, I basically throw them out of the chat room.
Yes, but so what are you going to do? Because I mean, this person has been telling the other person about their mother more than once.
Well, as soon as I see it, I am going to deal with it. Because right now, on my screen in front of me right now, I see Rose, Nicole, Nadine.
No, it's further back in the chat. It's been
right. So I wouldn't be able to go search for that right now. All right. But
yes,
we don't want nobody. I'm gonna ask Nardi. Nardi's one of my ardent listener and one of the ambassador for the channel. So I ask you, Nardi, sometimes you have to hold it. Please don't disrespect nobody. I have not seen it, so I can't speak to it. All right.
Well, it's there.
All right, my brother. As soon as I done, I go look for it.
Okay, all right then.
One love, respect. Yeah, man, we ask that we have respect for each other and that nobody not disrespect nobody in the chat room. As I tell you, this is not a blog nor a vlog. This is a broadcast. Hello, caller. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, Colin. Good morning. I have a few questions for you, Colin.
Yeah, man.
Tell me something. Is there a company in Jamaica that manufacture killing equipment, like they use and plow the fields?
I'm not sure. Maybe Anfark and who, but I don't know if we manufacture the ones for the tractors. I don't know.
Well, from my knowledge, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Everything is imported.
I would agree with you.
Okay, and some of these companies that use this equipment, they import them over a period of years, don't it?
Yeah.
To build up the industry. You know what I mean? The point I want to make, you know what I mean, is that when you have government fabricating the little company and give them the little stupid names that they want to call Everglade, and they give them companies which will be established for over 100 years, and they buy all the equipment over a period of 100 years. They collect all those equipment, you know what I mean? And you have people like Bruce Golding who had manufactured a company called Everglade, which Dulus is also a part of the company.
I don't know that. I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, you can investigate that, man. You investigate, you can tell that. I'm telling you that, mate. I'm telling you that, you know what I mean? You can do your own investigation, okay?
Yeah.
You have turned over the long punch through a factory and the armed through factory to that company, Everglade. And those guys went in and they scrap every damn piece of metal they can think of that plow the fields.
I sell them for scrap metal.
Sorry? Yes, mate.
I sell them as scrap
and
metal.
These people are talking about agriculture. Agriculture, when normally these equipment are imported over a period of years. And these idiots go down there and, you know what I mean, and they disrespect the small cane farmers, them, discourage them, don't want to pay them for the cane. Next thing you know, they get discouraged and they put cow in the cane. And these people, next thing you know, they went through and they cut up every piece of plowing equipment.
Hey,
but
anyway,
the company has been.
One of the things is, anyway you put on metal in a Jamaica now, brother, it gone,
No, but listen me now. This is a company that been fabricated by Bush Gordon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you go and check the facts. I'm giving you go and fact check it. Do you see what about the company? It's called Everglades. And if you think I'm lying, you bring the people, make people from Trinidad, Clarkstone, and then call you in the program and tell you. They cut up every piece of metal that they use to plow the fields.
And them plow they can't done,
I'm telling you, these are plow the DC tractors, the big tractor they draw. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you from experience now, because I used to work there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not telling you, I'm not telling you stories.
All right, my brother.
You know what I mean?
All right.
One more thing I want to talk about,
Yeah.
Do you regard Michael Manley as a person of high integrity?
Of course I do.
Well, me too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you remember John Wayne and Jane. Do you remember those full names?
You mean the show?
No, the personality.
Oh no.
Anyway, I just for this to me. Well, Michael Manley did have to put in John Wayne and Jane in the upper camp in detention for a while.
Oh, okay. You mean that time
and the reason
the state of emergency?
Yes, and the reason why, because those people was enforcers of the Siagas-led government. These people were handing out certain tools that take the life of innocent Jamaicans.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
These people was known to be enforcers, and they were handing out tools that taking out innocent life in Jamaica. So I'm saying to you now, Colin, if I give you certain tools to go and take out innocent life of Jamaican people, do you think the blood of those people is on my hands?
Definitely. The Opola is just as bad as the thief.
Okay, but I'm telling you that no, those people have blood running over there, going off of them like from the top, from the head of it, from the top of the head to the bottom of the foot, mate. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Those people have destroyed a lot of innocent Jamaicans, and they are going around kissing up these athletes when they win a medal, and they don't think about the people's life that they have taken.
Later, now me see where you go. Now me know who named Jane. Little more.
You see me?
Me know who named Jane and John.
Now
me know who named Jane and John Wayne. Later. Tell her. Thank you for the call, my brother.
Right.
Blessings.
Take care, mate.
876-804-7072. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Go ahead, Marshy.
Howdy, sir. Howdy, how you do?
Me there, man. Wagwan.
Me there. You say when you go away a couple of days ago, you check out all the jerk people, them?
Yes.
When you come on to the jerking, especially with pork, you know, so me not like pork.
You don't like pork?
So, me not like pork. So when me make sure me do is name it off quick, that's me can't see it.
I give you a joke, Marshy. When I was a little boy, I tell my mother, say I don't eat pork. So my mother used to cook dinner Sunday daytime before she got to church. So when she cook, and she cook pork and she cook chicken for me.
Me teach your teeth out the pork.
Me going at the pork pot and me eat out all of the lean part of the pork. No, me no can Ian no eat pork. God, a little confession is good for the soul. I know she a watch too. Yeah, man. We used to eat out the pork, Marshy.
Yes, man.
And then my mother's killing her. My mother's killing her once you go in our pot, she know, brother.
Yes.
Uncle God Almighty alone know how she know.
Colin,
yeah, talk to me.
And notice now, nothing now reach again, and nothing now spark again.
Well. Well, I have 28 friends in the parliament. So I'm going to ask them to check out if we reach already.
We still have spark.
No, the sparks might burn out.
Yes.
But
listen me now. I can say Eric Bell. I could say you Small, and I could say Edward Siaga. Seymour Mullins one of the time, Omar Davies, come down to Manayard Shah. All of those finance ministers, they would come and address the nation on finance matters. This current finance minister, and I should mention the last one we have. When name again? Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
Journalists would sit with all of those men and have discussion on economy. What happened to our current finance minister?
I don't know if she has given any interview to anybody. I know that I am going to write to her officially. Normally, I ask people to get some interview and talk to people, but I have now made up my mind that I need to send official correspondent to them to ask for these interviews, because we want to ask some questions of our own of these people.
Yes.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yes, it's very serious. We should be able to hear
because you know what? I see a lot of our journalists as a set of wimp and larkies. And I tell you why I said that. In the press conference on Tuesday, I heard Arbinil spoke about FATF extensively and spoke about the law that you can't have shares for somebody else and the company office don't know about it. And there was a number of journalists there, and none of them asked about Donovan. Is Donovan Williams, the one from Central Kingston?
Yes.
That have shares that all know we don't know who is person A. Nobody not ask him about that. So
tell me something. You look good whether they were journalists or JLP activists.
Tala. I never see all of them there, but I know people was there from nationwide. And I could go back and look at the press conference.
Guess what? When to ask any question, you said the PNP was there, they would find something to ask the PNP.
Yeah, man, they're not afraid of the PNP, but a lot of journalists are afraid of this government,
Yeah,
they fear,
won't ask any question.
Real fear.
Them.
Nothing to ruffle anybody's feathers.
Yeah, they don't do it. Right now, the Prime Minister in Aspatabada, he's still not certified.
No, he's not certified.
And I will willing to bet my top dollar Mark Golding make sure him and all of his colleagues there on that side and this side, they are certified.
Got to be.
Right?
It's a requirement.
It's a requirement.
Yeah, man.
Now, you ever know the reason why Andrew Wilnis give all, because me I'm not talking about 5 backbenchers. Them are 5 backbenchers.
It's not 5. Let me tell you who I can remember. Marlene Malawu Fort.
Yes. Warmington.
Everard Warmington. James Roberts.
James Robertson.
So
call the next name, quick. Call the next name.
Hold on. Donovan Williams is our junior minister. Him get junior ministry?
Yes, man.
My junior minister too?
Yes, man. Everybody gets something, man. Everybody gets something.
Hold on. Crystal get. Yeah. Rhoda get. Currency I get.
Get.
Who? He's only three of them?
Hold on. The other 3 then get, guess how kind of get then get? Forget. And why you think Andrew surround himself and give the wall of them trouble that head so him no want nobody cross the floor?
Hold on, man. Somebody's saying it's 5. Who is the other 2?
Well,
somebody in the chat room is saying it's 5. Tell me the other 2.
Me want to hear them.
Hold on, Dwayne Smith.
Oh.
Who else?
Well, you listen good. You listen good.
So
but hold on. But Dwayne Smith, don't him still have a contract to feed the people at Kingston Public Hospital?
Me no know him still have it.
Me no know it.
St. Elizabeth. Hold on. Somebody's saying one of the St. Elizabeth constituency. How would have St. Elizabeth again? Slowly not down there again. Where the man they were run against Scott?
Oh, the agriculture one?
No, man, they want to run against Scott. What's his name?
Yeah, man. No. Me know we are talking, man. Him get something?
Me don't know if him get.
Because him and him we are out too. Well, me know
somebody's saying Donna Whittaker. Donna Whittaker. I him running. Which seat she running now?
Whittaker?
Yeah, who that?
Me no know. But the long and short of it, him give a whole heap of them something to keep them quiet because any day 5 somebody no come to parliament, you know. Any day 5 of the government member no come to parliament, you know.
We can't
and the whole of the PNP one then come, you know.
We can't take you over, someone. He can't take over, so you have to write to the Governor General, and the Governor General have to respond. So by the time you're right, it can't take over, so. It can't take over, so.
Things still don't look
good. Hold on, Andrew Morris. Andrew Morris, backbench. Who that? Hold on, them say Morris running in a Hutchinson seat. And then somebody saying Whittaker. Frank Whittaker. Frank Whitter is
the person who run again, where Scotty run again.
Yeah, him not get nothing.
Not to my knowledge. Whitter get something, man.
Whitter get something?
Yes, man. Tell them to check it out good, man.
Well,
if anything, I must have 3 smarty around, I must not get nothing. And because Warmington and Malawi Fort.
Well, Malawi Fort was offered something, you know.
Yes.
But me here says she tell the man, put that which part the sun no shine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we are in for troublesome time.
Listen.
And this is one of the times I got some people attend. You remember one time people used to left Parliament for a long while? You know, see them?
Marshy, little more, let me give somebody else a chance.
All right, good.
More. 876-804-7072. You're watching the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Portland Spice TV. Portland Spice TV at YouTube. We're live and we're taking your calls on 876-804-7072. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Somebody saying it's Andrew Morris. Andrew Morris, which seat is that? Go ahead, caller.
Good morning to you, sir.
Morning and welcome.
Is it true that man said he wants to be sir? He's going to be sir?
Oh, the Prime Minister want to be knighted?
That's what I'm hearing, but I don't call him Prime Minister. I can't even call his name. I call him that thing. Because he don't have no respect for Jamaica.
All right, so call him
Jamaica.
You want to call him such man?
Yeah, such man are 28. You know, so that's all I can say. That if he think he can be sir to get off that thieving case and everything else, he got to be joking.
No, but that would be a big
joke.
That would be a big joke if he wants to be knighted after he said that he wants to leave. He wants to get rid of the king as the head of state.
He wants to be a sir, to be called Sir 28 Thief.
Tala.
Yes,
Tala.
But you know, you know, the next thing, I am so ashamed of being a Jamaican. Can you imagine a young child get murdered by 23 police and not one except a few come out to demonstrate? If it was a gang member get murdered, a well-known gang member, all of Jamaica will be burning down. But an innocent child get murdered in cold blood and no Jamaican lockdown? I can't. Something got to be wrong with these Jamaican. Listen, every Jamaican that get killed by the police are young men, you know. Like they want to take out the young men and bring in Chinese man.
Carla?
Why did they kill that young boy?
Carla, you have people in Jamaica
Yes,
who are saying that the police must kill them. People in
because
Jamaica
they don't have no one get killed.
are saying
because
that.
they don't. But this is cold-blooded. It's just like you put up a man against the wall and shoot him for nothing. The man did not, the young boy didn't have a gun. All he had was his phone and a patty.
We saw the video where he came outside and opened the door.
The door, yes.
No,
and he ran down to the door.
If this man is wanted and him come to the door and open the door, the first thing you must do is handcuff him. Why you never handcuff him?
But didn't you realize there was no address? It was just Cherry Tree Lane. No name was on the warrant. That's what I'm hearing.
Me not even go that far. The man come open the door. We see that on the video. We see that on the video where the man come open the door. Where you not handcuff him then? Or are you saying to me that this man is a madman? If you have so much police in his house and him reach for a gun for shoot police?
You believe? And look where he was against the window, where they shoot the man. How many bullets was there? That means they put him there and execute him.
I don't know.
And I tell you, Mr. Colin Bell, listen to me, sir. I am telling you, you can have disclaimer. Thank God for my dead mother and father that brought us to the United Kingdom. Because if I did have a child, now if I listen, that my grandson is a 1 year older than that boy, my baby grandson. And if he was in Jamaica and that happened, they would have to take me out because I'm going to take a few with me. Good day, sir. Good day.
Thanks for the call. Sad. It's sad, people. It's sad. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Can you grant your listener a favor?
Talk to me.
Can you play the first 10 minutes at United Nations? It's in your WhatsApp.
The first 10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Who is talking?
It's in your WhatsApp. Mayor Motley.
Oh.
It's in your WhatsApp.
All right.
I would love for you to play it. Let your listener then hear us.
No, man, I will put it up on the channel separate and apart because I'm not going to be on for 10 minutes more. We are right up at 11 o'clock. We just got back on the island last night and there's a couple of things that we need to sort out. So what I will do, I will put it up on, I'll look at it and then I'll put it up on the channel so people can watch it on the channel.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. All right.
Not a problem, Sam. Thanks very much.
Yeah, man.
876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show. Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Yes, Mr. Afia.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Me again.
Yeah, man.
So I ask you if you see the video where the police go back into the house with the man, the youth.
Me see the part where the youth come out and open the door and hold up his hand. Me see that part.
Yeah, but so you know, in the comment said the youth, them kill the youth in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So we never see one time a video show where them go back in the house with him.
But the news reporter say a whole heap of things where the police them lock off the internet, turn camera sideways. Why were they doing all of that? Where all of that for?
See, them find out say the video in the camera in the house. And them they analyze him in the bedroom.
My brother, me I say to all of the people them, I support the police, but I don't support the police in a wrongdoing. I don't support the police abusing citizens. I don't support the police analyzing citizens that they can take into custody.
Yeah, man, the police are go at it wrong.
So
whether the man a murderer or not, but you get him within a hand up. You have to take him in.
You remember Horace Chang say the body camera they don't make no sense? That Horace Chang say,
foolish.
And
all
then,
them foolish is that people people not condemn.
Andrew Wellness said that we are committed to body cameras. But look how long these men are in power. And we can't hear nothing about body camera being used.
The leader give advice with either you make or the judge. So enemies let's take them out because the crime problem I get to made.
You see, let me tell you something, my brother. If we not get serious in this country and ensure that the laws are followed, we are going to have continuous problem. You understand?
Man, Jamaica in a big trouble. Man.
Big trouble.
Big trouble. And we need to come to our senses,
Yeah. I want to find the chronology that Simon Krosky laid out yesterday. I'm going to find it and I'm going to post it on the channel. Simon Krosky and Ralston Iman, with all the promise that this government has made to us about body camera and all the stories about body camera for the police. Police must wear body camera. If you dive and it drop off, then you will have the footage to the part where you dive and it drop off, my brother.
So another group have come out and support the body camera, and they never support the Jamaica for Justice.
Yeah, but remember,
they protest.
When Jamaica for Justice protests about the body camera, Prime Minister never come protest against it. Against them. Why? It's a sad state because right now, this government believe that them have the right to do any God Almighty thing they want to do. Because what they are saying is that the people vote them back in power to do what them are do. So
a party over country,
Definitely, my brother. Party over country. One love. Yeah, it's party over country. And beautiful Jamaica can't continue to run that way. We are in a serious dilemma if I saw we are going to run this country. But let me thank everybody this morning. Let me thank MP for Eastern Kingston and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell, for joining us. Let me thank Ralston Iman for joining us. And thank you, the callers, for being here with us this morning. Thanks to all the people in the chat room. Albert, say what that way Albert say. Let me take this call here. Hello, morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello, good morning. You can't listen to your television when you call me. Colin, did you see the stupid excuse them offering now about flashing red light on the camera going to make them easy target in the night? Rubbish. I know every camera if you have flashing red light. Please. This is a country we are talking about. This is a country where we can order the kind of cameras we want and get them built how we want them built. So no come tell we no rubbish. No come tell we no foolishness. Let me thank the producer. Let me thank all the people in the chat room. Thanks for sticking and staying with Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed, we implore you to subscribe. Portland Spice TV subscription is free. Click the subscription button. Then you click the notification bell to ensure that once we are on, you are on. And we have about 1,000 people this morning, and we're going to have 290 likes. So if you can like up the video. Blessings and thanks. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, one love, my people. Blessings.